Dear younger me, these are some things that I wish I would have known before selling my home service business. If I didn't know them, I probably would have saved time, skipped out on the stress, and made more money. Let's get into it. So the first point is we have to create a business that is actually worth something. And in my opinion, the way you're going to do that is you're going to create systems for everything inside of your business. It could be something trivial and nominal, like the way we clean our office, all the way up to how we schedule jobs, how we invoice, how we do the technical work, how we train new people, how we hire people. Everything has to be documented. The whole point here is if the process is outside of your brain and in a form that is easily followed by the next person or other team members, then it's going to become far more interesting to an investor. Now, that's the whole point here, is we want to appeal to a sophisticated investor and not somebody who just is looking for a lifestyle business. If we can appeal to a sophisticated investor, it's going to have a positive effect on the price point. The next point I would bring up is start early. Don't wait too long. If you're getting to that point where you're feeling like your heart is just not quite in it anymore, or there's other opportunities that you want to pursue and consider, know that there's still a mountain to climb in trying to sell your business. In my case, I had 2 consecutive buyers lined up, one after another, and it still took over a year. So you can imagine if you had to go through the process of listing your business on the marketplace or going through a broker and then going back and forth with negotiations, accountants, lawyers, man, the weeks turn into months, turn into potentially years. So just go into this knowing that it could be quite a process that still has to unfold, and you don't want to go into that if you're feeling like you're totally spent and you just want out. And the next one I would say is manage your expectations and your emotions. If you've ever bought or sold a home, you probably know what I'm talking about, in that we don't want to celebrate too soon. And as is the case with any deal, things can happen at any moment. So you really have to be the first person to really protect your emotions and regulate your expectations, especially if we're in the phase of the deal where maybe it's just a letter of intent, or there's actually no deposit, or the deposit is refundable. In any of those situations, we do not want to celebrate too early, and we have to realize that there's still a lot more to go in order to get to actually the destination that we're looking for. So I would always say we want to be very cautious about celebrating. We want to manage our expectations and our emotions. Okay, so now as I'm thinking about it, there's probably actually a few other points that I could make on this topic. It's one that I'm very passionate about, and I could probably go in more detail about the points that I've already made. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put together more of a long form video, and I'm going to send it out in my weekly email. In that email, I send it out each and every week. We go deep on topics like this, and it's meant for the home service and the trade. So if you want in on that email, send me a message with your email address or leave a comment below. If you're a business owner, one thing is for certain, there will come a day where you leave your business. So it's probably worth giving this stuff a little bit of thought, a little bit of consideration, and give yourself almost like a pulse check to see where you're at. If you are on the latter stages of your business ownership journey, maybe there's some pivots or some changes that you could implement today that will ultimately make the process of selling your business take less time, include less stress, or get yourself to a deal that is more profitable.